there are many people in your life that were completely misinformed about your actual character, who you actually were, down to the bone. And now they're starting to see that who they thought you were is completely parallel to who you actually are. And I'm going to get into it. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on the Mindset Elevator. To all my new subscribers, new viewers, I thank you guys all so much. To all my returning subscribers, returning viewers, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for still rocking with the Mindset Elevator. Stay up, everybody. Stay on that upward movement. And let's get into this video, okay? You are going to be misinterpreted throughout your whole life. And there's going to be people who made some massive judgments, past massive judgments against you because they thought that you were a certain way when they realized you were not that way. They were completely wrong about you. They were completely wrong about your character, who you were, your personality, what you're into, what you do, everything that encompasses your life. They were wrong about. They were misinformed, or they misinterpreted something about your nature. And I'm going to give a few examples. It could have been where some people thought that maybe you were not doing anything with your life, right? This is like a big one. I've seen this in my life as well, where people think that you're just kind of sitting around and not doing anything, not making any moves, or that you don't have it in you to do that. And little do they know that you're in the background, hustling, working hard, grinding, but you simply do not put that all out there for everybody to see. You keep your information under wraps. You keep everything, it's almost like Christmas Day when you're giving a present to somebody. You're not going to give it to them, way in advance. You're going to give it to them on the day or when it's ready to be presented, right? And that's when you share your accolades, your achievements, the diploma, the credential, whatever it was that you achieved, right? Like, you keep things sweet, you keep things pushing, and you don't always come out and show what you're working on. So people may have misinterpreted you, thinking that, oh, he's not making any moves because we never see this guy post anything, or we never see her, out there in society, but you work from home and you're hustling and working hard, long days, whatever day you want to work, that's how you move. So they don't know, but they may be thinking, okay, you're lazy, or you're freeloading off of people, or you're just waiting for something to fall into your lap. Little do they know you're typing away, you're painting away, you're fixing cars, you're doing things they don't see. They don't see. So people could have been very wrong about how you operate in life, what you do for work, what you do with your time. And they saw that you actually are a very busy person with a lot of ideas, bursting with creativity. And because maybe of who they are to you, they have not been able to see you at work, see you doing the best that you can. And so that's something that could have been misinterpreted about you. You may have been called mean, right? Mean or rude or cold or callous because maybe you don't talk to everybody, or you don't talk to certain people, or people that you used to rock with, you don't rock with them no more because maybe you cut them off or you just moved on. So people may have been thinking that you are mean, or it may have been spreading, because that's how these individuals go. When you put your foot down or when you put boundaries up, they see it as you being mean or cruel. So they go around telling everybody that you're rude, you're mean, she won't talk to you, he won't have nothing to do with you because they don't have nothing to do with me, or she's antisocial, he's withdrawn, he doesn't like people. And little do they know, you're a lover for humanity. You're a lover for mankind. You love people. You love making connections. You love building bonds. But you're just maybe a little bit more choosy or a little bit more wary and vigilant of who you build bonds with and how deep these bonds go. And you're more careful with who you tell your business to, and maybe you take a little bit more time to create these bonds to make sure that they're being built on solid foundation. But maybe other people are thinking or believing, they used to believe or were starting to believe that you're mean. When people start getting to know you for real, they're going to see that you're very kind, that you're very sweet, that you're very humble, that you're very loving, that you're very caring. You care about people. Sometimes it seems even more than yourself, right? Like, you give endlessly, you love endlessly. And that's where people start seeing, wow, like, you're not who they thought you were, or what was being spread about you is completely incorrect. It was meant to mislead people about your character, right? So career-wise, personality wise. These are big things that people tend to try to, they get very confused about what is what and what is true and what is not. I've been called mean, I've been called rude, I've been called callous, I've been called cold and antisocial because I don't rock with them specifically, right? So, so individuals are kind of like that, where it's like, oh, you don't want to hang with me, or you don't want to talk to me, or you don't want to give me your time. Okay, that must mean that you're this, that, and the third, and I'm going to make sure everybody knows that this is how you are. But then when other people meet me, I treat them as how I normally would, with respect, being very charitable, very hospitable, talking, trying to have conversations. These are people that I may not know very well, but that's when I'm in my element, is when I'm talking to people that I don't know very well, or getting to know, building bonds. I love that stuff. And so people start seeing like, wait, Andrea's not like that. Andrea is not rude to people, or, maybe she just doesn't like you, and that's what it is. That's the truth. There's certain people in life I don't rock with, I don't like. They're not my cup of tea, and vice versa. That's how it is, right? That's how it is, right? But that doesn't mean that you are stone cold one way, right? Or you're authoritative, or you're stuck up. It's because, we have standards in life, and what's the problem with that, And sometimes through life, we're going to see a lot of people trying to place labels on us, like, oh, we're this way, we're that way, instead of trying to get to know the person that we actually are. A lot of people are actually afraid to get to know us, I feel, because a lot of us are deeper than what is superficial, of course. And I find that a lot of people that I've even come into contact with are very afraid of what's deeper, right? It's like going into the deep end of a body of water. Even the best swimmers, or the most adventurous people, they tread a little bit more lightly. And so you can only imagine the rest of the general population are afraid, right? Afraid and nervous about what lies beneath. It's unknown and you can't see it right away. You literally have to go deeper to understand what's going on. And a lot of us have personalities that are very heavy like that, where people just would rather accept the labels, or accept the slander, or accept what they heard, accept the rumors, instead of trying to find out what is deeper about this individual. And it does add, unfortunately, a level of fear and intimidation attached to your name, when people are like, it's almost like you're a myth or an urban legend of some kind. People start treating you like this, like, oh, is Tony like that? Is that how Tony really moves, right? Is that how Shirley really gets down? Wow, she's like that, he's like that. They were so wrong about you, all right? They were so incorrect about the individual that you actually are. And then there will be an element of surprise. There will be an element of shock. There will be an element of admiration and deepening respect for a person like you, when people really start seeing who you really are and start treating you with concrete respect. And people's realizing that, there may have been some misinterpretations here. Maybe people judged you too soon. It's super, super common. And, the real ones are going to give you a chance to speak and to show, to shine your light, to shine your grace onto them, onto the world. People are going to appreciate having a coffee with you, sitting down, hanging out, you know what I mean? And learning more about you the right way, instead of drawing judgments prematurely, right? So keep being the person that you are, and understanding the workplace and the family, your neighbors across the street. A lot of people are going to misinterpret the individual that you are. They're going to look at you, they're going to scan you, and they're going to try to make it seem like, okay, I figured him out and I don't like him, or, I'm confused about her, I'm not going to really pursue that. But the real ones will come right up to you, right? And will put it past them what other people have said, and really take the time to get to know the real one that you are. And then this is when the most concrete bonds will be formed. Okay, so this is not in vain, right? This is something that naturally occurs, where a lot of people think that they know us and they don't. Because how can you know us and you're not around us? Like, how are you? It's from third parties. That's surely not going to cut it. That's not enough. You got to know the person, got to care to know, care to learn. And when you learn, you grow. And then that's when, once again, these awesome bonds and connections thrive and flourish. They even become wild, It's like a snowball effect where everyone is more interested in learning about the truth of people around them, circumstances, life in general. It cultivates some serious growth, some serious healing, some serious bonds. And so let's continue to be on that path, to not judge so soon, to not prematurely think someone is a certain way when you haven't even had a conversation with that individual personally. Always keep our minds open so we could stay elevated, right? So thank you guys so much for joining me today on the Mindset Elevator. I appreciate you guys, and I thank you guys for taking the time out to watch the content and to engage. And guys, I'm on Facebook. I don't really do Instagram too much, and neither do I do Twitter. They're just not my forte, but I really do like Facebook, and it's a platform I've used for a long, long time. And so the Mindset Elevator is on Facebook. If you guys are interested to follow me there, I do post a lot of interesting things, articles, helpful tips, and things like that extend to what I'm doing right now on YouTube. So if you are on Facebook and you wish to connect with me on there too, please feel free, because the links are normally in my videos. Okay, everybody? Thank you for supporting. I love you guys dearly, and I hope you guys are enjoying November 2024. Stay up, everyone. Stay smiling, and I'll see you guys soon, okay? Bye.